Hello and welcome to the Zach 103 TV Sportsman Series, and today we are racing race 5 at Talladega. Yeah, I want to say race 5. Race 5 out of 20, so we're about a quarter of the way through the season once we finish this race. So, um, as you can see, starting on pole is Tufty Terror, who won one race last season. That was the last one. That's all you need to win. Well, I guess, but yeah, won that race. And the reason I'm doing this pace car view is because every other view just kind of looked weird from TV1, TV2. TV2 had a good view, but the Sunoco sign was kind of in the way, so I didn't really want to get in a mess with that. And yeah. Also, you can see Nimrod starting second for Cactus Motorsports, third for Cone Racing Incorporated, or Cone Racing Products rather, is Skittle. Fourth, Trackhouse Racing's Alex Tanker, and fifth is Cup Series driver and second in standings, Paulus Jr. in the 42 here at Talladega. Now this race is going to be 10 laps, and that'll be interesting. Well, yeah, I'm trying to crook that up because we're about to get to the engine. So, for this, we're going to go to, yeah, see what I mean about Sunoco sign, but for this, we're going to go to Jessica in the 4. Dang, I didn't know how much aerial view we could have got. Yeah. Should have kept that in mind. Well, anyway, I'm going to go to her cockpit because she won last race. Started on pole and won the race. And a lot of people just say they did that. Well, a lot more than you think. But anyway.
Drivers, start your engines.
Also seeing Ricky Freeman Jr. and Roach as Tufty Terror looks to be having a tough break right now. Is not going to get the car started. And that does shove back the line a little bit, but nothing that can't be recovered. So, yeah. Very disappointed for that team. They've been running pretty well this season, but that's going to put a big dent there, considering we're only 5 races in. So, but 20 races, going to do a little bit less than that to get to the ZSS playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see. So we're going to go to who was it? Start pole. It was 93. I think it'll take long to get up there to the cars. About to go green. Long ways to start finish line. And green flag is in the air here at Talladega. Okay, I thought they would have gone in the Geico restart zone, but I guess they waited a little bit. That's fine. I was really sure they were going to go through the Geico restart zone because almost every series does that. I guess not the same year. So Tufty Terror and the 93 are going to lead him to the green. And Skittle right in tow. Not to mention Nimrod on that top lane. There's Cup driver Daniel Paulus Jr. in the 42 right behind that. Skittle giving the 93 a push. Both kind of new to this series. 77 a rookie. 93 ran 2 races last season in ZSS. Decided to run intermediates instead of super speedways and won Homestead Miami. Skittle gets hung up in the middle as Nimrod in the high lane is Melinda Jones almost got 3 wide there. To see Paulus Jr. go middle there too. Is Tufty Terror able to hold on and lead this lap here, which is 5 points towards standings. So every lap is 5 points that you lead, and just led one. So you got 10 laps here. So it's gonna be interesting. We see Jason Cooper and Eli the Wolf there at second and third. As the bottom lane starting to pull. Oh, and Jason Cooper getting a little antsy. Went in between the two, and he might go for the lead here in that 11 car. Jason Cooper for Marcus Restaurants Racing. As Tufty Terror gets shot up to the top lane, as we see Mini One in the 00 there, and Zig Zagoon, who led a few laps at Atlanta, and we see Roach Racing's Marcus Macron there in second on the bottom. That lap was led by Jason Cooper by nothing. Pretty much nothing. The reason Marcus McCrone has road racing as a sponsor, you never really specified sponsors. I just put that on there. It was the 26 of Weave Gonzalez. He's been running good this season. Had a good season last season. Made champ 4. Might do it again this season. See Muhan in the 98 as well, but Marcus McCrone able to stay on the bottom. Leading his first laps of his career. And we see points leader Crux Wireless up there as well. He's filling in for Austin Johns in the Cup Series at Watkins Glen this week. And filled in last week for him at, I believe it was, anyway, Marcus McCrone on that lap, and he filled in for Austin Johns last week at Nashville Super Speedway. As you see, Cup driver Ricky Freeman Jr. and Pox Kozart going to go underneath that, along with Sean Ard. A lot of movement going on, and Crux Wireless just like that to the top lane. He is able to block the bottom of the way. Pox Kozart able to get a run and get ahead of that 88 before he blocked. And we see Sean Ard trying to get underneath that. Pox Kozart actually kind of got up the track a little bit. Could say he got tight. It's going to be 3 wide for this lap. Every lap led is 5 points. Sean Ard might actually get it. Nope, Pox Kozart by nothing. Sean Ard was close. You see 51 and Brock Nelson and Sean Ard on the bottom. And again, Pox Kozart can use those points. He's not really having a great season. Then we see Nat of 20 or Daytona winner has been dominating super speedways and even super speedway type races. Finished second last race at Atlanta. Brock Nelson going to block. Leaving Sean Ard up in the top, middle lane. Comes Nat of 20. Got Truly Money and James Fish behind that. We're coming to lap 5, and I think Nat of 20 is going to lead this lap. Sure enough. Yeah, he's going to be getting the points lead here soon because he's been very consistent all season, really. Nat of 20 for Trackhouse racing. Pardon me. And Truly Money goes to the bottom. The 24 for what team is he on? I think he's on Red Bull team. James the Fish got hung up high, and so will Truly Money. Caught up to by the 8. And I think the 8 will lead this lap. Yep. See the 5 of Tony 5811. The 1 win last season at Sugar Rush rather. And had a decently consistent season for Orbit Racing, but never really got a good run to get into the playoffs. So he's been running, and he's going to go right underneath that 3 car and into the lead coming into turn 3 here if the 8 has anything to say, but it does not. Behind them is Thunder 24 Fan and Roach and Quadruped in their first race, and Thunder 24 Fan goes high, and Tony 5811 leads him up there. Tony's going to lead this lap. Here comes Roach in the 53. We're really winding down laps here. And Quadruped in the 81. Gonna go below the 78. Some the Dan back there trying to look for his second one of the season. He's gonna go low on Quadruped for Roach Racing. So Roach Racing 1-2 on the bottom right now. Roach himself. Oh, and the 4's around. Crash. The 28 rather. Oh, huge crash. I gotta turn on lap green white checker. They're going to race to the line. It's going to be either Sum the Dan or Roach. Roach, not really points eligible, but he's going to try to get it anyway. And Roach will lead him with the caution flag. We're going to go see what caused that accident. Man, pardon me for that. My sinuses are killing me. So anyway, let's go a whole lap back here. And I believe it was Jessica who spun around that 28 car. Causing a huge crash. And that in 28 got the worst of that. We're going to start going slow-mo here. See if we can get a good view. Turn off standing is not really important right now. Okay, so right there, 4 wide into turn 3. Can't hardly see much. We got into Pox, a little bit into Melinda Jones. I don't think that's much issue, but came down on Jessica, 4 wide into a corner with AJ Foyt in 3. And it just kind of got dragged down. And for a second there, I thought they could save it, but yeah, right about here, I knew they couldn't. Jessica was pushing too hard. And it's just a long trail. Pox, Cozart, Muhan, 8. Couple Trackhouse car, 3 Trackhouse cars, if not all of them, involved in this. Well, except for Nav 20. Well, Nav 20, I think all Trackhouse cars got the worst of this. Big one at Talladega in the ZSS. Eli the Wolf, Pox Cozart, Skittle. I think Reggie Fogelman may have came out of this alright. Jessica did as well. 18 spinning. What does TV2 bring us? Oh, yeah, TV. Oh, Alex Tanker on his side. Nav 20 not looking too good either. 77 to Skittle. Alex Tanker goes for a tumble. Nav 20, Nimrod started second. Weeb Gonzalez, Muhan, all those guys, and Reggie Fogelman's go. Yeah, that's just a bad wreck. Alex Tanker flung off of that. A little bit of game lag, but dang, bad wreck for Alex Tanker here at Talladega. I'll get a full speed replay for sure. Specifically Alex Tanker after the race, but yeah, very disappointing for those guys, and yeah, and Alex Tinker ended upside down, so yeah. Let's go live. We're still under caution, and we're gonna go under overtime as Roach leading these laps. Not really gonna help him at all. Would have helped Some the Dan, but Some the Dan is not leading, so yeah, I'll get some screenshots of that wreck and whatnot. So out of the race is Alex Tanker, Skittle, Muhan, and the 73 is Shred, who was not involved in that accident. Is 3 laps, or is I think 1 lap down after having those issues. So those are the only guys out of the race. And Shred, not doing too bad right now. Came out of that one scot free. Polster a little bit damage, and everyone else a little bit damaged. So that really took out a lot of Trackhouse cars, except for the team owner, Reggie Fogelman, and Jessica didn't really get that bad damage in that one either. But yeah, as we see the 37 of Genghis Khan go to pit road. Probably going to get some repairs. Yeah, not a lot of these guys gave us pit stalls, but oh well. Yeah, I think he's going to call it for the race, so that's unfortunate. We see the 93 as well come down pit road. 93, a lot of damage. Looks like the pulse sitter looks like they're going to call it a race as well. Or no, they're not. They're just going to come in, serve a penalty, I guess. So there's a Pulsar Teft Terror. Didn't quite have the start they were wanting, for sure. 37 actually had a brake issue, wasn't able to complete this race because of that. And 11 to Jason Cooper. I don't know if really got a lot of damage. Not a lot of people got a lot of damage, so yeah. Pace car is still on, so yeah, this was a pretty nasty wreck. Big one at Talladega and ZSS. And again, I'll get a full speed replay. Probably, if my Twitter will work, I'll post it on Twitter, but saying that Twitter don't want to work, I don't know. Probably just post it on the CCS YouTube channel. I don't know. You know, I might even not do a full speed replay, but... Well, you know what? Pace car's still on. Let's go do it right now. 28's out of the race. We'll do it right now. We'll get a full speed replay. We'll go with on TV2. So yeah, I like to do lap 4. It's doable. Again, this is Alex Tanker crash. Yeah, this is TV2. I haven't really seen this view of it coming into turn 3. I don't know what the camera's gonna do. Oh yeah, that's a much better view. Ox Kozar, Alex Tanker, Nav 20. Oh my gosh, Nav 20. Hard hits everywhere. Yeah. So I did the full speed replay there. That way y'all don't have to watch it again. But yeah, that was the lap 8 crash that took out those guys. I'm gonna get a Shunard because why not? Now let's see what the pace car's thinking. Yep, we're going green this time. So it's going to be 2 teammates on the front row going for overtime. This is going to be a longer race than expected because of that. Then we got Quadruped and I believe teammates for Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake Racing has, I think all their cars running pretty well today. I think all of them in the top 10, or except for part-time driver Paul's Jr. who's in a lot. Well, and Crazy BGD who was involved in that accident. It's in 28th, but Tony 5811 and Melinda Jones in the top 5. So yeah, Pox Kozart, who was involved in that, heavy damage, but in 24th, so able to manage. Pardon me. I've been feeling a little under the weather, or not really under the weather, but allergies, but just past couple days. So, and we're gonna go double file. And hopefully this is our one and only attempt at overtime. And you know, seeing these cars don't get really too aggressive on starts. Now, again, it's a restart, but they didn't really gotten too aggressive. So I very highly doubt there's going to be another accident. I was frankly surprised we had that one, but you know, like I said before, 110% difficulty, ain't no guarantees. Pace car is in for hopefully the final restart. We're in a 2-lap shootout. This race was scheduled to be 10 laps, will end up being 14. Roach has started his engine, or has gassed it up. We are going green here at Talladega once again. Sun today and up top, and Roach on the bottom for the lead here at Talladega. And, you know, with these guys, with that crash happening, it didn't take a lot of cars out, but it took a lot of good cars out of contention. So it's going to be something to watch as well. No Paulus Jr. back there. Roach able to keep the lead. Here comes the 5. Cars shuffling back. 06 is slow. 06 is very slow. Roach able to power back through the middle. So showing these, the pack is very small now. So again, like I said, all guarantees are out the window. Quadruped blocking low. Looking for his first win in his 3rd race. Coming to the white flag here at Talladega. Quadruped in the 81 is leading, but here comes the 35 of James the Fish. It's going to be close, I think. I don't know. James the Fish had some success in the Cars Light Cup Series, and we see AJ Foyt behind that. Dale Pauls Jr. going to go low. Dale Pauls Jr. doesn't have a lot of help, but he has a little bit. Zevel. Is going to be enough to block? Yes. James the Fish, Daniel Pauls Jr. Daniel Pauls Jr. got second last Cars Light Cup Series race at Nashville. Doesn't want to do that again here. And he's going to go low on the 35, coming down to the line. Zevel's going to stay high, give James the draft. But who's got the better car? It's going to be James the Fish. Will win here at Talladega in the ZSS. Unsponsored car won. Dale Pauls Jr. Rise mate again. Best run we've seen out of the Cars Light Cup Series driver in the ZSS, no doubt. So that's interesting. Well, we had that, Rick. We're gonna get some screenshots, get all the laps counted, and everyone good and counted, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next race in ZSS. And yeah.